These are the only passing tricks you need in FC24. First up, we have this pass. It is ridiculously OP. It is the long ball pass. Now you might be wondering, what is the long ball pass? Hold on a second, we'll get to that. So the most common question I get nowadays is that lob threaded through pass has been removed. So what should we do? This is exactly what you should be doing on FC24. Just look how overpowered this pass is. There is no catching this pass. Even if someone is marking it manually, it is still going to go through. For this pass to work, you need one key thing. The long ball pass playstyle is the key. And if you have someone with long ball plus, you are going to be unstoppable. Look guys, you don't even need to trigger runs. You can just do this pass by looking at the pitch. And defenders usually have bad animations when they see this pass coming. Look at the radar guys, we can see that our LM is on the last man. So when you have this kind of situation, just press L1 triangle with the player who has the long ball trait. 3 bars of power is more than enough, 3 to 4 bars of power, and the result is going to be something like this. It is absolutely game changing, right? And you can have a fullback with the long ball pass trait and you're going to see that the result is something else. If you think this is overpowered, then hold on. I'm going to show you something even better. It is all about knowing your options, guys. And in FIFA, we have to find the space, exploit the space. This tool is the best tool to exploit the space, right? Now, imagine you have a fullback with the long ball trait. You can immediately do switches with L1 triangle and it is absolutely devastating. The high tempo passing is absolutely broken on FC24, right? And if your player has the tiki-taka trait, it is going to be even better. First time passes are very overpowered, right? And if you can quickly look at your options and go for these quick passes, guys, the result is something like this. Next up, we have the whipped pass. You saw this pass. Which pass is it? It's not an L1 triangle. It is something new that I'm going to show you just in a moment, guys. And you need the whipped playstyle for this. Look at this. We can see that our fullback is making a run, right? We told him to actually make a run. And then we gave the ball to Rolfo. Because Rolfo, she has the whipped pass playstyle, right? Because she has that playstyle, look what we do. We hold L1 square, right? Because whip pass is basically for crossing. We hold L1 square, but the result is going to be more like a through ball. And just look at that, we are through on goal. You can use this as a through pass if your player has the whipped playstyle. Playstyles are game changing, right? Talking about high tempo, look at that high tempo passing. German crosses are back, and if your player has once again the whip playstyle, it is absolutely deadly. Guys, with high tempo passing, like I said, you need to focus on your options, right? We have Liao making a run, we have Fatty standing over here, and we need to look at the opponent switching and his behavior. As we can see, our opponent is aggressive and we have the space. So what are we doing? We are using driven passes in combination with first touch passes. Focus on this freeze frame, guys. The opponent is marking Rafael Liao. And still this pass is going to go through. How? And that is not even a through pass. It's a normal X pass because it was a first time pass. I am telling you, first time passing is absolutely broken in FC24. And see, look at that. It's an easy goal. If you are thinking that by looking at these clips, we are going to copy the buttons he is pressing and the result is going to be similar, if you think so, then you are wrong. Why did I say that? Because you have to follow some ground rules when we are talking about passing and building up that I'm going to tell you in a moment, guys. For now, focus on the threaded through pass. It is an R1, L1 triangle through pass. So the threaded through pass, guys, it has more reach compared to a normal through pass. But it also means that you need more space in front of your player. It is absolutely game changing in FC24. When you want to thread the ball between two players in such situation, when there is a gap between opponent's fullback and his center back, it is a very common situation in FC24, right? And how should you exploit that? You should use R1, L1 triangle threaded through pass because it is absolutely game changing, right? You need two things. Number one, a lot of space in front of you. And secondly, someone like Diaby with quick step. If you have these kind of wingers, they will always outpace the fullback because see, the reach of this pass is too much. They need to outpace the fullback, right? Look at this. Rafael Liao has ample of space in front of him, right? So which pass should we use? Should we use a through pass or a threaded through pass? Of course, we are going to use a threaded through pass so the ball goes in front of him and we can score this easy goal. So whenever you have enough space in front of you or you want to thread the ball between two players, you will use the R1 L1 triangle threaded through pass. In previous FIFAs, it was R1 triangle, but now it is R1 L1 triangle. That brings me to Swerve through pass, guys. This is a new pass added in this year's game. I really don't use it a lot, but I have noticed that it is very overpowered on the wings, right? So if you want to make this pass, it is very good on the wings. And as the time progresses with this game, we will see more use of it. But for now, it is good on the wings. See, the major difference between swerve through pass and normal through pass is that the normal through pass, it goes straight, whereas this pass swerves and it changes direction, right? Like the name suggests. I said I am going to show you the most overpowered thing, and here it is. I am talking about the ground rules of passing. Without these, your passing will never be on point. Now, what are the ground rules of passing? First, we always have to face in the direction we are passing. So if you are facing straight, you will pass the ball straight. As you can see, we always look straight. We always want to pass the ball in the direction we are facing, right? Otherwise, your passing will not be very smooth. The footage isn't like the gameplay was like this, okay? So guys, as you can see with Dembele, we have done what? We have created a triangle. So whenever we create triangles and play in triangles, our passing will improve. That is why you need to pass the ball in patterns. So the ground rules of passing are to always pass the ball in the direction you are facing, always pass the ball in some sort of patterns, and look to exploit the space. If you think about finding the space and exploiting the space, your game will definitely go to the next level. Whenever we do these glitches, we still focus on the ground rule of passing, right? That is having an angle, that is thinking in patterns, that is triggering runs, knowing where we have the space. Well, because without these things, just smashing the buttons won't help you. Why do we do the ball roll over here? To give ourselves an angle and also slightly face the direction we are about to pass in. And look at the result. It has more power, it has more curve. So if you follow these ground rules of passing, guys, only then will your passing go on to the next level. Yes, I know what you might be thinking, but what about precision passes? That is for another day, guys. Now, if you want to learn how to attack on FC24, then click here.